Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to begin the first part of the graduation ceremony, so I'll ask you to kindly stand for the procession of the graduates. So we'll begin in about a minute once the music starts. You may start. Yeah. So I think the procession can begin. Thank you. You may have your seats. And yeah, you can.
you. May I make an announcement? Graduates, kindly remain seated. Graduates, kindly remain seated. I would also want to announce that we have our washrooms on the other wing. We have our washrooms just behind the tent on my right. There's a passage there. So just a point of may I know. Graduates, we are about to start our session, so please ensure that you are at the right position. We are so excited and happy to see you. Our guests, we are happy. Guardians, parents, we are happy to see you. Shortly, we shall be starting our program. Thank you.
Sawa. Good morning. I kindly ask all graduates to move to their seats. We are about to begin. Class of 2021, please get to your seats. Graduates, kindly have your seats. Hello, class of 2021, please have your seats. Graduates, please have your seats. Dear graduates, please have your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to the fifth commencement ceremony. A warm welcome to the fifth commencement ceremony of 2021. As we begin, I'll kindly ask you to stand once the academic procession is here. And as the faculty and chief guest walk in, I'll ask you to remain standing for the Kenya National Anthem and the East African Anthem. And then after that, you may have your seats. So just spare with us a few moments. We will begin shortly. On your screen, you will also get to see the Wi-Fi password, as well as a QR code to scan for the program. You can also download the program on our website. So if you're on our website and you scroll down to the footer, there's a small download section, and you'll be able to both download the program and the graduating class list. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we may stand for the academic procession. Hello? Okay. Okay. So I'll ask us to kindly remain standing for the national anthem, both the Kenyan and the East African national anthem. Thank you. You may have your seats. So the chief guest, Mr. Patrick Egloff, high commissioners of various countries, including Tanzania, Uganda, Ghana, Cameroon, and South Africa, the boards of the Kenya Red Cross and Bihc, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, the Bihc class of 2021. Can I hear hello? Thank you. Welcome to Boma International Hospitality College and the 5th commencement ceremony as we celebrate the exemplary successes and achievements of this class. Our journey sort of began a few years ago, 5 years ago, with the inception and the dream of our co-founding directors, two of whom are here today, Dr. Abbas Gule and Honorable Josh Olum. And we sought to impact young and aspiring hoteliers in the hospitality industry to be and backed up with Swiss renowned standards right here in the heart of East Africa. And this dream has been built over the years, and today we are proud to say that we are one of the top institutions in the country and of course in the continent. So what makes this great achievement today is the partnerships, the friendships that are presented here today. We are glad to have the industry with us. We're also glad to have friends of BIT, and I'll have some of them share their remarks and their journey with us at BIT. What makes the class of 2021 the greatest yet? Today we have 209 graduates receiving a total of 234 awards, and they come from a very diverse pool of nationalities. Today we are glad to graduate Kenyans, Tanzanians, Congolese, Nigerians, and Ugandans. But we also celebrate certain successes that we've achieved. And some of our class of 2021 students have done some excellent achievements right before graduation. Today here with us is Nadia Sadiq. Maybe she can stand and wave. And Nadia is actually one of the best pastry chefs at Sankara. So if you visit Sankara and you have a chance, you can say hi. We also have Casey Pepela, Chef de Partie, joining us online at Media One Hotel in Dubai. And one of our other great chefs is Chef Misha Tarun, who is graduating sort of in absentia because she has a private dining experience sold out for the next 3 nights in Lake House Tigoni. So these are small, proud achievements that we are glad to share with you today. So as I begin this program, I kindly request you to join me in welcoming Dr. Abbas Gule, our director, to open with welcome remarks. Thank you.
So our chief guest, Mr. Patrick Egloff, representing the Swiss ambassador, who unfortunately could not be with us this morning because he has been called for duty back home in Switzerland. Madam Gina Dean Kariuki, the chair of the board of directors of BIHC, Dr. Jacqueline Kitulu, the first deputy governor of the Kenya Red Cross Society, representing the governor of Kenya Red Cross, who are the owners of this school, the ambassadors and high commissioners, particularly the Cameroonian High Commissioner to Kenya, who is based out in Ethiopia, who today made it his business to join us here. Representative from BHMS, our school partner school here from Switzerland, Giovanni, who is representing Mr. Meister, who is the proprietor of the school. The director of TVET, who today couldn't be here because there's a government function, but of course we are very happy that we have actually a board member of TVET who has joined us this morning, who is here with us, and we thank you very much for that because we work very closely with TVET, Mr. Milgo. I'd like to also recognize Madam Nana Gechaga, who is the CEO of Kenyatta International Conference Center that we work with. The various partners, Thomas Igezi, in fact, when we, in the opening remarks by Tim, he said there were 2 founder directors who are here, and it's true, it's me and Mr. Olum who will speak later today, but we have a 3rd person who was here at the start of this school 6 years ago in May 2015, and that is Mr. Thomas Igezi, who will be also coming to say a few words to us this morning that we partner with. But I'd like to recognize all the various hotels that we partner with and lodges and facilities and restaurants, but more importantly, to also the parents. Parents, you have come from far, from different parts of this country, and those who have come from outside Kenya to be here today for this graduation. But more importantly, to the class of 2021 that is graduating, once again, I say good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure on behalf of the management of the school to say a few remarks and just to share some highlights with your good selves so that we are on the same page at the end of the day. So in attendance this morning, we have 29 hotels, general managers from various hotels. We know some of them. Today is a general managers meeting regularly in Nairobi, so they'll be also rushing to go to that meeting. We have 7 ambassadors who had confirmed that they'll be coming, and high commissioners from Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, Cameroon, Ghana, and Switzerland. We have CEOs in attendance, all representatives of the Tourism Board, TVET, KICC, TVET Director General, who couldn't be with us, but as I said, there's a board member here. 12 institutions and partners, including Utalii, Nairobi Technical Training Institute, BHMS, Africa Milling School is a new partner that we've had for the last couple of years, and I'm very happy that the managing director or the head of the school is here, Stefan Lutz, whom we have partnered with for quite intensely because of the quality of the milling that this school does. For many of you who do not know, if you are interested in the milling business, then Stefan Lutz would be the right person to talk to understand what milling is all about because of the quality of the product that we produce in our facilities. And for us as a school, we're very happy that we are partnering with the African Milling School out of Ruiru here in Kenya that brings students from all over the world to come and be trained here on milling. And this is something that we've learned on the quality of the flour that we use and the products that we provide to you. So we're very happy on that partnerships. Today, we'll be awarding diplomas in hotel management, diplomas in culinary arts, certificate in culinary operation, certificates in food and beverage operation, and barista skills. Barista, which is one of the new courses that we offer, which we offer about in our new coffee school. And for those who will have time, some of the parents, I'm sure you can be taken around today to be shown. We have grown in leaps and bounds from the time we started in a small way 6 years ago, just behind here where the original school was. Today we are more on the other side, and we're very happy to the Kenya Red Cross for having given us this opportunity to develop this school within the complex of the Boma hotels, because that gives us the competitive edge that we are looking for. So Boma International Hospitality College, ladies and gentlemen, is owned by the Kenya Red Cross Society, and it is now managed under a group of company called Boma Pan-African, a holding company that was set up by Kenya Red Cross 2 years ago to look at its commercial entities. Kenya Red Cross have 4 businesses. This is the school as number 1, but prior to the school, we started with the hotel. From the hotel, we set up the ambulance business, E+, those of you who might know about it, is the largest private ambulance company in sub-Sahara of Africa, but the biggest in Kenya by far. It also owns the school, but lastly, the 4th one, it also owns a TV station called Switch TV, which is one of the youngest TV stations in the country, which largely focuses its content on young people and issues to do with youth. And today, it's the #1 youth TV station in viewership, but also maybe #7 in the country out of 70+ TV stations. So BIHC was established in 2015 in May to address the growing gap in the provision of competent personnel within the hospitality industry. BIHC is a culinary arts and hospitality management college based in Kenya and seeks to educate and influence the next generation of hoteliers. The school, which is in partnership with Business and Hotel Management School, BHMS in Switzerland, envisions to pave the way for to a dynamic education and training approach in view of the final bachelor year within the partner universities here in Kenya, like USIU and like Strathmore, and in Switzerland and in Malaysia, where our students, after doing the 2-year diploma, can go to Switzerland to BHMS and do their degree. They can do their master's there within 1 year of degree and 1 year of master's, because they offer UK degrees and UK masters. But for the other schools in Malaysia and in Kenya, the universities would have to spend 2 years to do your undergrad and then maybe 2 years to do your master's. The last 1 year since we were here last for the last graduation, many things have happened because of COVID and because of other global challenges, but the school has been equal to the task of what needed to be done to our students, to our children, because you as parents have trusted us with your children, and we feel that it is our responsibility and duty to also take that and not to fail you. So some of the things the school has done in order for the school to maintain the leadership is, first of all, when last year in March we were hit by COVID globally and here in Kenya, and the government of Kenya closed its doors and locked down and schools were closed. Within 1 week of the closure of the schools, we were up and running, and we were among the maybe the very first school of this nature that went on online learning. Within 1 week of closure, the school was back to running. Even in classes that were practical classes, because luckily we have Switch TV, we were able to develop videos, tutorials, about 50 of them, so that Chef Chris Barton and his team could still teach from inside a classroom by the students at home. We knew there was a lot of challenges with students at home in terms of space, in terms of kitchen, in terms of laptops, computers, in terms of IT and Wi-Fi and network. We were also equal to that task because luckily Safaricom was very generous to all the learning institutions where bundles and Wi-Fi and all that matter was addressed with very reasonable prices. So we were able to get that to our students. We were able to also find companies and institutions that were selling computers and laptops at reasonable prices that we were able to find and ask parents to buy, and I know majority were able to do that. So online learning took place for a number of months until sometimes in October when the schools were open. We had inspection of this school. In fact, the Minister for Education himself came here because he was coming in November for the graduation, but he came to inspect the school on our compliance with the COVID compliance protocols that the Ministry of Education has put in and TVET had put in. He was also the one who facilitated the commissioning of our new kitchen. So we're very happy that we're able to be equal to the task. The last 1 year, we have done a number of things that only highlights the strength of the school and the commitment we've given you as parents to make this the leading school not only in this country, regionally, but also on the African continent. Some of the highlights are on the issue of pedagogy and the issue of teaching. So all our faculty had to go through training, through the request from TVET to do pedagogy training. So all our faculties have been trained since May this year, and I can tell you these ladies and gentlemen have been working their butt off every day in the evenings, but also over the weekends on Saturdays where they were going full-time classes, they were being trained. And I'm happy to report that they all have passed the first stage of the pedagogy training, which was part of a reason for us also to be tested by TVET on the issue of Center of Excellence for Culinary Arts and the issue of polytechnic status, which I'll speak to. So we are now going to do the second level of pedagogy training, which will start in the beginning of December as we close school, so the teachers can have full-time work also to be trained at that level, because we need that if we are supposed to become the first private polytechnic in this country. The second major achievement that we have undertaken was the issue of ISO certification. 9001, 2015. For the last 6 months, we've been working very hard to work on system procedures, protocols, and standards, and risk mapping and risk registers that we've been able to develop. And about a month ago, we were assessed by SGS with the auditors here for almost a week. And I can tell you, although we haven't gotten the certificate, but the information we've been given back by TVET, by SGS, is that we have actually qualified and passed to be given certification for ISO 9001, 2015. So that's a huge achievement. In a period of less than 6 years, we have achieved that as a school. In terms of Center of Excellence with TVET for the last 3-4 years, we've been working with them very closely to also meet their standards and what they require from us. And we had been challenged to be told that if you want to be a center of excellence in culinary arts in this country, and the first one of its kind in the region, then we needed to go through a process. And that process has now been completed. I can tell you here that also a month ago, the TVET board and TVET are here, they will speak for themselves, but we've also been told that we have now been awarded the Center of Excellence for Culinary Arts, being the only school in this region and in this country. In terms of diversity and growth, as Tim said, we have 21 nationalities: Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Nigeria, Cameroon, France, Ethiopia, South Sudan, Congo, and many others. In relation to the partnership, in terms of our students going abroad, when they have finished their 6th semester, to go abroad and work as an intern, whether in the US or in the Middle East in the past, we have now just signed a new partnership with a company called GR8 out of UK that will place our students in UK, Channel Islands, and maybe now Greater Europe. So for you as parents whose children have graduated, probably this would be also an opportunity that from January next year, we can place our students in these places in Europe, and we will be telling you more information about that. So also on the issue of admission, of course, last year with COVID, the numbers fell, and we had a challenge, but I can also assure you, from where we started in May 2015 with 35 students, Thomas, if you recall, the last intake in September this year, because we do 3 intakes, was 188 students that also joined us who are now doing their 1st semester this year. Last year, we also took part in a competition, on a global competition on issues of marketing, and we were ranked the 2nd in what they call Eurocree University Challenge. The school took part in this competition with many, many other schools globally, and we actually lost the title with less than 1 point, because it was also 0.05 is what we lost, and we became 2nd. And in September this year, we are very happy that one of the students who was in the team, together with one of our faculties, were in Denmark to receive this Eurocree challenge on a global level. So it's something that we're very proud about. Also, this year in June, the directors of the school were able to approve a new strategic plan, a 10-year strategic plan for the school for 2021 to 2030. We have a strategic plan which now will be breaking year after year to get into where we want to go. We want not only to be the best in this country, but we want to be the largest and the best continental hospitality school on the continent of Africa. We also took part in what they call Young Chef Olympiad 2021. There is all schools in the world, that numbers probably about 100, but 57 of them were competing last year and the year before in India, because an Indian hotel school hosts this event on an annual basis. And we took part, the only school in this country that takes part in that event, because they can only allow 1 school per country. And last year, because of COVID, it was all virtual. And in that one, we were among the top 20 out of 57 schools, and we're very happy with the results. We hope we'll do better next year. Already the process of selecting the representative from Bihc is ongoing now, and the students are competing, and we'll select one that will represent us. We also launched what we call Bihc Coffee House. We now have a coffee school where we train people on coffee barista, coffee roasting, and different coffee courses. At the same time, we do roasting. So if in the future you want to buy a branded first-class AAA coffee, you can buy from the school here. And our students are working there, and they're being trained there at the same time. Our placement networks in the UK, US, Caribbean, Middle East, and Far East, and East Africa still continues, and we're very happy with that. Today, we're also happy to announce that through the sponsorship of Rainbow Coalition, which is a company out of Switzerland, represented by Thomas Igezi here, the Swiss government has offered scholarship to 3 African countries for the next 4 years. Those 4 years, the countries are Nigeria, Ghana, and Cameroon, where we'll be having 10 students per year in each of these countries. And we're very thankful that the Swiss government has done this and are here. And we already have started with the first students, 10 from Nigeria, 10 Cameroon, started this September, and we expect the 10 from Gambia to join us in January next year. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is your school, it's not my school. We are very happy with what we've been able to do. The school has grown in leaps and bounds, but I really want to thank the leadership, particularly the directors, who are basically people who give their time to this company, led by Jinadine Kariuki, Honorable Olum, Mr. Ahmed Idris, who is here, and Mr. Mike Macharia, who is not here but will join us. He's just flying in from Europe. But just to say that really, for us, our wish is to create an impact with these young people. There are a lot of challenges. we started as small with, as I said, 35, now with close to 600 in the campus. It's not an easy thing to do. The facilities, we've kept on increasing the facilities, and there I want to thank the Kenya Red Cross for having allowed us to reinvest in the school. They have not pushed us to give money back to them. It's something that they will wish sooner or later that the money goes back to them for their humanitarian work. But they have allowed us to grow. I also want to thank the Boma Hotels for having been very generous to have allowed to work with the students and given them the space. We are now actually working even in one of the hotels, of the 2 hotels that are in this compound, which is the Red Court or the Boma Inn, which was the first hotel Kenya Red Cross built. The students from January next year, they'll probably, with the support and the management of the Boma hotel management, the students will take over that hotel in all its entirety in its work. The advantage that we have of any other school today is the fact that we are in a compound that houses a 5-star and a 3-star hotel. So by the time our students go out to do internship, they are well-rounded, they are well-experienced. The kitchens that were opened last year is a state-of-the-art, world-class kitchen. No school on the African continent has that kitchen. It's not about bragging, but it's just to say we're very serious about education that we impart, because we want them to be global citizens, not just Kenya, not East Africa, but global. For those who go to Dubai, goes to the Caribbean, go to the US, we want them to feel comfortable when they go to those kitchens, they are as good as what they have seen here, so that they don't go there and feel shy. I don't know how to switch this on or that off and what have you. It's to give them that confidence. And this is what we promise you as a school. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, with all those many words said, I'd like to invite Mr. Thomas Igezi, who we said was a partner to the school by sending students to us from different parts of the African continent. Previously, he sent us students from Madagascar in the first cohort, students from Nigeria, from Cameroon. I'm happy now, after a 2-year break, he's back with more students for the next 4 years from Nigeria, Cameroon, and Gambia, and we hope the numbers will grow from West Africa, because East Africa is more home of the hospitality, and Kenya in particular, but we need to up the game to be able to compete globally, because now there are global schools that are coming on the African continent, and for us, the partnership with BHMS, and I'll say this later, is important, but also partnership with Rainbow is very important for us. So Thomas, if I can invite you, he was here at the beginning of the school. Please come and say a few words to greet our guests. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abbas. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, parents and students, Abbas asked me this morning, so not very long ago, to say a few words, which I do with pleasure. I haven't very much written down, but it comes from my heart. If you look around here today, and the students anyway know what the school looks like, the parents as well, but all the others should also have a look around what there is today. You can only appreciate that if you know where it all started. And how it all started was basically in November 2014, 7 years ago, quite exactly. Our company, I was sitting in Switzerland on my desk. We already were promoting hospitality education in Africa at that time. So I got a call from the then ambassador of Switzerland, Ambassador Pitelu from Kenya, who called me and said, don't you have an idea who could be, would you find maybe a good Swiss hospitality school willing to look at the partnership here in Kenya? And we went, we looked, we found, and it was then in February of 2015 when we brought this school, the hospitality school from Switzerland here. We met with Dr. Abbas and others, and we signed an agreement. The assignment agreement was then. So we asked Abbas, so how much time do we have to set it up? Because usually, you know, you take 6 to 9 months. There was nothing, zero. So he said, you have exactly until May. If it's not open in May, we have to look for another partner. So there was a slight pressure, not on me, but on the Swiss school. But we managed, in fact, to open the school. They managed to open the school together with Boma, in May 2015 with the first intake of just 27 students. I have even been digging out a picture this morning, so obviously it's too far for you to see, but it's a small group. We took a picture afterwards with the nice Swiss flag. We were all standing in front of the building on the other side, so we had 27 students on this first intake. So I think if you look around today and you have heard the figures from Dr. Abbas, it's a huge achievement. It's a real, true success story. And I would like just to conclude, express our gratefulness, many thanks to Dr. Abbas and his team, because you always need in the beginning someone who believes in it. And we are, in my company, we are working all across Africa. We are setting up not only schools, but we are doing a lot of projects. And without the individuals, the people who are there in the beginning and who believe that from zero this can be something one day, you need such people, and Dr. Abbas is one of them. He's very innovative, as you know. He has done a lot for the Kenyan Red Cross, and this school was only possible to create with his commitment and his belief in the beginning. And I also would like to thank the Swiss authorities. They are represented by their embassy in the countries in Africa, and they help us a lot by having such a reflex like the then Swiss ambassador had. So he said, oh no, he didn't say, oh no, listen, not interesting, and I don't know these schools. He came and he investigated who could find a good partner for here. So I would also like to thank the Swiss authorities present by the Chargé d'Affaires here today. Obviously all the parents who, and it's not only the parents who are here now, but all the parents who have been in all these 6 years here, especially those in the very beginning, they didn't know will it be good? Will it be a good certificate? Will my kids find a job afterwards? But they put the trust into that. And for this, we also would be, I'm very grateful. So I think in these just 6 and a bit years, it was possible to build up this school from zero to make it to, in my opinion, and as I said, we are traveling a lot in Africa, in my opinion, to a hospitality school of reference on this continent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Thomas. So now I will invite our partner school in Switzerland. Normally, Mr. Henrik Meister, who is the president of BHMS and Benedict Education Group, would have been here, but because he's not well and has been advised by the doctors not to travel, there is Mr. Giovanni here, who's the director of operations, who will come and make some few remarks on behalf of BHMS, our partner school, that also offers the Swiss diploma to our students. Giovanni.
Thank you. So, good morning, everybody. Habari yenu. And grüezi miteinander. That's a typical Swiss way to say hello to everybody in Swiss German. Dr. Abbas, members of the board, distinguished colleagues, graduates, parents, guests, and visitors. I bring you greetings from Switzerland, from our president, Mr. Heinrich Meister, and our international academic dean, Dr. Anthony Erb, which unfortunately are not going to be here, but they think about your day and your great graduation today here at BOMA. Today we celebrate your personal achievement, the completion of a foundation upon you build your career. And you have the right to be proud of yourself, definitely. You and your parents too. Graduating today is also the evidence of the effort, the sacrifice, and successfully investment into your future you have made. You have changed for the better. You are more confident, and you're more mature today. And most importantly, you are now ready to go out into the world of business. We are all proud of you, and talking to the same, maybe later on, to some of your parents, which are also very proud of you guys. And I will see the possibility that any of you will have a chance to come in the future visiting us or finishing your degree in Switzerland at BHMS in the 3 distinguished area from a culinary academy bachelor degree or international hospitality management degree or the global business international degree. We are all proud of you, and now having completed this important step into your life, also carry responsibility, don't forget, because the fun is here, but tomorrow is another day. And tomorrow will be totally different. I would like to remind you that your parents, your friends, your future employers expecting you to be an example. Yes, an example to others, a leader. Leadership and everything that it means to be a leader is now your new way of life. From now on, everything you do in your life, in your work, and a private life, you need to be better and also to be more professional. Professional and more efficient. Be an example to others. That's what we want to see. This leadership thinking is what is needed to build your career, and in some ways helps the world to be a better place. And in this return on the investment which you and your parents have made. Based on many years of business, I have concluded that our partnership, BIHC and a BHMS education concept, is a real and very relevant. Urs Schulze, co-founder of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company, stated in his book, The Excellency Wins, leading is a practical skill. Therefore, strive to inspire others by being a great example, and will be the leader in you. He said, don't settle for less. Find solution, not excuses. Leadership, do not give up. He wrote, let nothing cloud your vision of what you want to do. Leaders have vision, and action those vision. Finally, always look for improvement, new ways to do things, to be more efficient. Leaders are not just a manager, but they do things. They are working very hard. And then Urs Schulze shared something very personal in his approach to leadership. One of the most important leadership traits which a skilled future employer expect and knew from you, pass on your knowledge to others. Please do so. And they can be more successful later on. Rather than to wait for others to give something to you, start with giving your help to others. And I think this is the most important things in life that everyone can do today. With your world, build others up. Be generous with your time, with your talent, and give to others your knowledge and your skills. This is a leader, what leader wants. The concept of give you will receive, well, actually is good, really works, and it is the core of what we call soft skills, which is so much in demand by employers. We often ask ourselves what the return on investment in education really is. Is the higher position or the higher salary? Well, no. It is maybe the transfer of the knowledge gained into the applied skills did you gain, or the skills which will be evident to your employer. Your promotion and your higher salary are not because of your academic achievement and your grades and which subject you liked but it is because of your ability to be a leader, your ability to help others and inspire others, who in return gives the better effort to you. Your parents, friends, sponsors, future employers expect you to demonstrate this leadership every day, in every situation. Don't forget. Go out into the world of business today and go out as a thankful person, graduate, who recognize others and rewards others with a simple word: thank you. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for believing in me and supporting me. With this attitude, you will truly become very successful, will be respected as a leader, and made your school, your teacher, and your parents very proud. Thank you very much.
So I have the honor to invite the next guest who has sort of helped us build our relationship with the industry, especially around events management. She happens to be the CEO of KICC, a great friend of Bihc, and she's extended her skill and knowledge to us as a friend. And I'd like to invite Ms. Nana Geshaga to offer her welcome remarks. Ms. Nana.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I think you can do better than that. This is the 5th graduation. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. There we go. It is an absolute honor to be standing here today and being part of this 5th graduation here at the college. This is my 2nd time, actually, having the honor to speak. I was here in 2018 for the graduation at that time, but it was not here until when we were coming over here today, when we were walking, being led by the chair, Ms. Gina Din Karaoke, we went past the other building and we kept on walking, but I'm happy to see that it is a bigger space, and that always says a lot about an institution. I've also done some panel. I was on a panel for the Utopa Hospitality in 2020, in May, just when we had gone into the pandemic. And also, as mentioned earlier by Mr. Goodlet, that you were one of the first institutions when we went into the pandemic. You were able to quickly go online. And that says a lot about the innovation that you see here. Where to begin? This institution, I have to say, holds a special place in my heart. It's anything to do with the youth, anything to do with empowering, anything to do with bettering oneself. I'm always happy to be a part of. And here, I have to say, this institution has definitely gone over and above that. And I hope you do realize especially how lucky you are. Do you, graduating class? Louder. Yes, you are. And as much as the institution has been able to put everything in place, I want to commend and congratulate all of you today graduating, and again with your family, because it is not an easy fet, and especially during the pandemic. So to the parents and the family members who helped you get you here today, please let's give them a round of applause. They say it takes a village. And that is exactly what education is about. You know, it's not only monetary, it can be in terms of support, advice given, and also guidance. So with that, and of course the graduating class of today. I stand here before you as the CEO of KICC. I'm also a mother, I'm a single mother, and I'm also a very, and I smile, a very ambitious individual. And I make no apology for that. In life, you have to go out and get what it is you want. It doesn't mean you step over people to get there. Plan and know exactly where you want to be. And that is what has brought you all here today. Everybody, not just the graduating class, but also everybody who are also here today is a huge networking and world of information and also sharing here. As I mentioned before, I am the CEO of KICC, yes. But once upon a time, I was a little girl who dreamed big. And I want to share with you, while I was getting ready today, I was like, you know, I always like to speak off the cuff, and I was like, what can I share? What has been valuable for me? Having a dream, having a good support system, and having people who have been able to come ahead of you and advise you, support you, and also be a mentor in order to get you to where you are going in life. And growing up, I remember always interacting with a special individual. I don't interact with her too much now, but I always, you know, do reach out and still hold her very, very high in one of the people getting me to where I am today. She used to take me for ice cream. We always used to go up to Mount Kenya Safari Club, and she always used to take me and walk me around. They have the animal orphanage up there, and we used to go and walk and sit. And she always used to take time out. And growing up would always ask me, Nana, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? Because, you know, as a woman, it doesn't mean that as a woman you can't, you're held back. And then also coming into the city, at that point in time, she was very high up at Barclays. And she would have me, allow me to sit at her desk and just play. And that was planting a seed. That was planting a seed of self-confidence. That was planting a seed, my own personal seed, that I can be anybody or anything I choose to be. And then later on, in one of her biggest accomplishments was when I would go and visit her at her offices. And every time I would say, wow. You have somebody called Madonna. You have somebody, first names, you know? And there I would always see she was big enough to put her own name as her brand. But one thing from taking me for ice cream when I was a very little girl to when she would offer me advice, when she would be and is literally controlling the whole of the PR and marketing in Kenya and internationally, she would always take time to sit and still advise me, guide me, and keep asking me that same question. Nana, where do you want to be? What do you want to be? And that was extremely, extremely important. And today, the woman I speak about is Gina Karaoke Din, Gina Din Karaoke, who is the chair of this institution. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Gina. Thank you for believing inner little girl. Thank you for advising an adolescent. Because obviously during that time as an adolescent, you do sway off. One of my proudest accomplishments is that I am a recovering alcoholic. So that has its own story to it. And one of the people who would help me get out of that, and I'm a recovering alcoholic of 22 years, coming up to 23, was Gina. You know, never, because obviously during that time we also interacted, and she would see and be like, you know, I'm never going to give up on you. And we came through that. Has been a major family friend, mentor, and also, I know she doesn't like me to call her or my kids Shosho Gina, with my 3 amazing little boys. But thank you. And also for being part of this, and this is why I come back around to what my point is. You've got tremendous leadership here. But it doesn't matter about the leadership. It is about every individual. You have a choice to either learn from the great people, your teachers, your board, your GMs, your friends of the institution, I being one of them, and apply it to your own life. Apply it to your own plan. And always remember that only you can hold your own self back. Nobody else. So don't think somebody else has that control. You have that control to steer your own destiny. Take the good and leave the bad. And in life, there are no dress rehearsals. Remember that. There are no dress rehearsals. So every day, get onto that stage and give it your best performance that you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nana, for your support and for your wise words. Today we also celebrate the excellence that we have had because of the robust support we get from government and government institutions through the Ministry of Education and TVETA. This year we are recognized as a Center of Excellence in Education, Hospitality and Culinary Arts, and I'm proud to invite our next guest, who is a board member of TVETA. His name is Sami Milgo, to share a few of his remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Our guest of honor this auspicious occasion on the 5th graduation ceremony of Boma International Hospitality College, His Excellency Mr. Patrick Egloff, representing the Swiss ambassador, all ambassadors here present, the board of directors of Boma International Hospitality College, led by the chairperson, Gina Dean, and Director Guled Abbas, the CEOs here present from other government and private institutions, all the institutions and partners of this great training institution of Boma International Hospitality College, graduates of the 5th cohort or class of 2021, parents, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It really gives me a great pleasure to stand before this gathering as we celebrate this very important milestone. First and foremost, I really would like to tender the apology of Director General Dr. Kipkuri Langat, who was not able to be with us this morning. Of course, together with the entire board of TVET Authority, that, of course, takes a very, very important role and recognizes occasions like today, where we are celebrating a milestone of graduation of this great institution. As you have heard, my name is Sami Milgo. I sit in the board of TVET Authority, and for that matter, yesterday when we had a meeting, and we recognized that, of course, our Director General was going to have other engagements, I was actually requested to come in and, of course, make and participate in this very auspicious occasion. With me is one of the members of management, and again, I would like just to stand, Josephine Kasera, because as a regulator, these are the people and the team that actually comes in to really look at institutions, for example, Boma International Hospitality College, to ensure that they have met requisite requirements for purposes of actually being accredited. So today, as a regulator, Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority is really feeling very privileged, very humbled, also to be part of this occasion, considering our role where we regulate and coordinate technical training in this country. That is very key, because even as we celebrate this auspicious occasion, we are also giving that assurance that actually this institution has really met the requirements, and by extension, the service delivery in terms of training that it is offering is recognizable not only nationally, regionally, but internationally. And that is very, very key. And even as we have parents today, please be assured that we have actually checked this institution, and by the time we say we have accredited them, they have really met the requirements. Of course, part of our role is to register and license TVET institutions, courses, programs, trainers, assessors, and verifiers, and even what we are calling prior learning assessment centers. And I want to believe Boma International Hospitality College will actually seek or apply to be accredited or registered as an hospitality assessment center. Obviously, as I mentioned, the issue of assuring quality, equity, and relevance in training is one of our functions, among others, as of course provided for in Section 7 of the TVET Act 2013. That is very key because, as I also said, as a regulator, we are also coming in to assure both the users of the service and the other stakeholders that indeed, when a college like Boma Hospitality, International Hospitality College actually provides this training, then that training is recognizable. Not only the training, but the respective courses. And that's why this college was actually registered in 2016 and, of course, obtained approval to offer diplomas in hotel management, diplomas in culinary arts, certificates in culinary operations, certificates in food and beverage operations. Now, we have also accredited business and hotel management school, a world-class hospitality school in Lausanne, Switzerland, as a foreign examining body to award qualifications for the courses offered by this institution. And that is very, very key because, again, it brings in the element of internationalization of hospitality training into our country, and of course, leading to adherence of best practices globally. So that is very, very key, and I think we want also to really give kudos to this institution for really making and pursuing excellence going forward. As you have, Dr. Guled mentioned about TVETA accrediting this institution as a center of excellence in hospitality. And that is quite an achievement which is worth really celebrating, because this institution, we subjected it to very rigorous requirements, and to that extent, we made that decision that they have actually met all the requisite requirements, and to that extent, they have been accredited as a center of excellence. I think they deserve a clap. And as we say, now that this institution also has acquired ISO 9001:2015, a quality management system certification, we know that even the road to excellence is never ending. There is always room for continual improvement. So I really want to urge this institution to keep the standards and even improve going forward. Now, we are aware that this institution has also endeavored to achieve another milestone, and that is to acquire the status of a national polytechnic. And this is really commendable, and the TVET authority has actually assessed this institution very recently, and I think there are some few requirements that still need to be tied up, and I'm sure the board, together with the management of this institution, will do that sooner than later, so that very soon we shall have this institution being upgraded to a national polytechnic. So I think let's clap for them so that they keep in that comes to pass sooner than later. Dr. Guled also mentioned the issue of the pandemic that came and is still with us. And of course, the issue of continued learning, despite the challenge, became pertinent. And that's why, even for us as a TVET authority, we have actually come up with standards, for example, on open and distance e-learning, in order to facilitate training to go on even when we have challenges such as COVID-19. And here we really want to commend this institution for having pulled itself together and made sure that it met the requirements that were put in place by both the Ministry of Health and even the Ministry of Education, and even us, to ensure that learning continued, yet not compromising on the standards. So that is something very, very key, and I'm glad that this institution, as of course mentioned by Dr. Guled, has already taken that up and is also running very well in this institution. So I think that is very, very key, and we want also to commend them on that, even as a regulator. Now, going forward, and we are talking about the graduates, we want to really say that we are really feeling very humbled and very honored, and also we like to encourage the graduates to really move out now from the world of education to the world of employment or the world of work, and also be open-minded. I think there was quite some challenge that was thrown by the previous speaker. So for me, is really on behalf of TVETA to urge the graduates not just to finish graduating at this level, but also to make a pursuit in acquiring further studies and further qualifications going forward. I think I was quite touched when I heard some of the graduates here being mentioned working in the various hospitality organizations globally, and that is something very, very, very key. And please, I would like to urge that we emulate that as graduates. Parents, I think very key. I'm also a parent, and I really feel for the parents who are here today, these are very big milestones that your children have achieved, and please support them going forward in terms of resources, in terms of advice, so that they can actually achieve more even as they move into the ladder of employment or even self-employment. I think from the CEO of KICC who was speaking here, and I was actually very touched, she has mentioned it very, very clearly, that look ahead, you have a dream, work very hard, but then as we do so, we really require that support from the parents and other stakeholders, and I'm actually glad that this institution is really in partnership with other institutions, not only in this country, but globally, and I think that is something we really want to commend. I don't want to really go very far, but I want to take this now opportunity to really thank each and everyone who has come here, and particularly for the graduates for achieving, finishing successfully this course, and that today we are coming to witness and celebrate with you your graduation. I think we really need to clap for these people. And please, keep the fire burning. The sky is the limit. So with all these many remarks, I think we want to thank each and everyone. I think on behalf of TVETA board and its management, and of course by extension our Ministry of Education, we really want to thank each and everyone, and thank of course the board and management of Boma International Hotel College for this occasion. And going forward, we want to assure you of our support, of our cooperation. Even as a regulator, we really are out here because without you, we will not exist. So I think with those very many remarks, God bless us all, and the graduates, let's clap for them. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful morning, and as we celebrate, God bless us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Swami. I just want to take a moment to recognize the presence of over 30 hotel brands here with us. Villarosa, Sarova, Kempinski, Radisson Blue. And these are hotels that we work with, and we've continually built relationships with to ensure that the class of 2021 and all our other students have the opportunity to spend at least 30 weeks, 15 weeks each year for every academic year, to earn some work experience before pursuing internships abroad. And before that, of course, these internships are built on practical hands-on skills that are built within this complex. And today we are glad to be hosted by the Boma Hotel. So I have the privilege to invite the Cluster General Manager of the Boma Nairobi, Boma Inn Eldoret, and Boma Inn Nairobi to share a few of his remarks. Kindly allow me to welcome, Daniel Van Hayden. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates, my name is Daniel van der Heijden. I'm the Cluster General Manager for the Boma Hotels, which, as the Boma International Hospitality College, is one of the entities of the Kenya Red Cross Society. On behalf of Aleph Hospitality Management, to oversee the 3 Boma hotels. The Boma Nairobi, the Boma Inn Nairobi, both part of the compound, adjacent and interlinked to the college, and the Boma Inn Eldoret, have been very close partners with BIHC from the beginning of the launch of the college. Benefiting from the young talent who have been enriching the service, delivery, and culinary skills to our guests, and in a genuine and courteous manner. The Boma Inn Nairobi, which is currently under renovation, as Dr. Abbas mentioned, is planned to reopen in mid-January as a college hotel run by students under the supervision of the hotel management. Today I'm speaking in the name of the general managers from Nairobi and the rest of Kenya, but also as a former hospitality student as well, as myself. We would like first and foremost to congratulate all of the students who are graduating the hospitality studies. You make your parents, families, friends, and all of us here extremely proud. The Boma International Hospitality College placed around 240 students on internships in various hotels, resorts and lodges during the course of this year. 103 students in 30 different hotels in Nairobi alone. 64 students in 20 hotels in the Mombasa area. 40 students between Kisumu, Eldoret, Naivasha, Nanyuki, Masai Mara, and Amboseli. And 3 of the bravest students in Uganda and 1 in Tanzania. We have gone and still are going through an exceptionally extreme period of time where the hospitality industry is one, if not the hardest hit. However, we have seen some very positive signs over the last 3 months, with leisure business bouncing back. And it's been very encouraging to see the many safari vehicles on the road again. Corporate business is gradually coming back. And this week, the hotels in the city of Nairobi were full, including the Boma Nairobi, which was near to be sold out over a period of 4 consecutive days this week. All in all, a very, very positive development, and hopefully a sign of the market trend moving forward. And although now Europe is going through another setback, we are very confident and determined that 2022, despite being an election year, overall business will stabilize, and we expect to see a good organic growth during the latter part of the year and continuing in 2023. Many of my colleagues, as myself, were students just like you some time ago, and it's very inspirational to see how many executive chefs, food and beverage directors, rooms division managers, hotel general managers, hotel owners, and entrepreneurs are amongst you in the future. A concentration of new and upcoming hospitality experts. When I was a hotelier student, my dream was to travel the world, and I took a leap of faith, and I have been on that adventure ever since. And I never looked back. I worked my way through the ranks, starting as a waiter to where I am today. This is why I chose hospitality as a profession, as it allowed me to become a true global citizen, and that choice can be yours, or anything else you aspire or desire. The world is at your feet. You will have good days, you will have bad days. You will have days you're on top, and you will have days you want to quit. However, stay focused, strong, and always try to be the best version of you. We wish you all the best on your personal journey, and as said earlier, remember the sky is the limit. Asante sana, nawatakia mema. Thank you.
At Bihc, we're proud to have sound leadership and great governance. The next speaker I'm inviting on stage needs no introduction. She has done a tremendous job in providing our influence, our wealth of knowledge, our experience, her time. And I think as Nana Geshaga described her, she's exceptional, she has a lasting impression, and I have the honor to invite our chair of the board, Ms. Jean Adin, to share her remarks.
Good morning. Come on, I'm the tired one. Good morning. Good. That's better. Thank you so much for being here today. It's a very, very special day for many people. It's a special day for you, the class that's graduating. It's a special day for your parents, but it's an exceptionally special and proud day for us at the school. Thank you so much, Bona Chief Guest, for coming and gracing us today, and all the ambassadors and all the dignitaries here. Thank you, Julie, for being here. We look forward to partnering more with the Skull Club and the travel industry. And thank you so much to my girl, Nana Geshaga. I appreciate your honesty, your candor, the inspiration that you give to many other young people. Because whether we like it or not, young people are going to go through challenges. They're going to go through difficulties. They're going to try and figure out their way in life. And it is special to me to see the person that Nana has become. Because we definitely went through some hell with you, my little girl. We went through some difficulties. And to see who you are as a woman, as a wonderful mother to the 3 lucky boys, just makes me so proud. The BIHC class of 2021 exemplifies a spirit of great resilience. They've embraced the pandemic and continually have chosen to view this new phase in hospitality as a disruption of thought, process, and future. To this, I say congratulations. Can we give them a big, big, big round of applause? The pandemic has disrupted many, many industries, and in many ways, there is now a new normal that you can either get used to or be left out of the particular industry that you have faced. Travel, I know Julie will bear me up with this. Travel has been disrupted. Hospitality has been disrupted. But you know, the important thing is how we as individuals put the pieces back together. And they might not be the same, but we can put them piece by piece back together and create this new normal that we will need to continue to be successful in the future. Since inception, a little over 5 years ago, we have sought to impact our students to be creative, imaginative, to think originally, and be unconventional in their way to pick up and to push the boundaries. It does not stop here. Graduating is literally the first stop. But we hope that we've nurtured the individuals before you today to be leaders in service-oriented business entities. And we hope we've empowered those who have a passion for service to influence and cultivate a service culture for the organizations they will work in. It is my personal belief that the possession of these qualities and values can transform individuals into real citizens of the world that are able to adapt to critical circumstances and provide solutions to hospitality's grand challenges. This year, BIHC, as you've heard, has been accredited as a Center of Excellence by TVET. And just this October, we earned the recommendation for the ISO 9001-2015 certification. These are no mere feats. Rather, they are marks of recognition reaffirmed by the trust placed on us by our students, parents, partners, and friends to deliver unrivaled quality hospitality education. So this is huge, guys, huge. So let's give them a big round of applause, please. Our growth in the past 5 years has allowed us to also shape our Pan-African dream. And that's actually my own personal dream, is that we have to think outside of the country. This school needs to be across the continent. And we have students coming in, as we've heard, from Nigeria and Cameroon and all the different countries on the continent. We want presence in those countries. Today, we are proud to host 21 nationalities from across 3 different continents, with 16 of these being African. This dream has also fueled our push for innovation. Together with the industry and education partners, we built a vibrant, adaptable curriculum and state-of-the-art facilities, and we're thankful to these partners, some of whom are here today, for believing and shaping the dream. I would like to thank the management and faculty who have served not merely as teachers, but also as mentors, each of them dedicating their wisdom, their wit, and passion to this institution, and the graduating class which leaves here transformed because of the presence of the faculty. So dear class of 2021, I wish to leave you with a personal nugget of wisdom. You need to take time. You need to steal time. You must not waste time. And most importantly, you need to cherish time. I hope that you will go out and be the change makers of the world, that you will not want things to be the status quo. We must change the status quo if we're going to make a difference in this world. We must impact people who will remember 20 years later of what you did for them, because a lot of what Nana said today, I had forgotten. I remember the ice cream part. But you know, it's all about the things that you do to take somebody to that next level. And I know that as you leave here today, you have the tools to do that. So please, please use them. I hope these simple words remind you of your most valuable asset above your knowledge and skills as you leave this institution. May they shape and impact your path and guide you as you become agents of change, impact, and transformation. Thank you and congratulations to the BIHC class of 2021. Go well. May God bless all of you. And on behalf of the Board of Directors, it is an honor to invite our chief guest, Mr. Patrick Egloff, to come and address us and make his keynote speech. We are so grateful to the Embassy of Switzerland for your continuous support, your encouragement, and we wouldn't be here today had it not been for your predecessors who really has given us all the support. So thank you, and please pass our regards to them. Thank you very much.
Dr. Abbas Gület, Director of the BHIC Board, Ms. Gina Din-Kariuki, Chair of the Board, Ms. Nana Kichaga, CEO of KCIC, Excellencies, High Commissioners, representative of the Business and Hospitality Management School in Lucerne, Switzerland, most importantly, students and families, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to start with an apology. Ambassador Zellweger would have loved to be here with you today. He had to return to Switzerland this week for important consultations, and I'm equally glad and proud to represent him and to represent the Swiss Embassy. It's a real and true privilege and honor to be with you today at the 5th graduation ceremony of the Boma International Hospitality College. This college, as we have heard, has earned the respect and admiration of the hospitality industry since its launch in 2015. And today, it is one of the leading hospitality colleges on the continent, and Switzerland is very proud to have been part of this journey since its very beginning. This special day denotes a defining moment for the class of 2021. With the successful conclusion of your studies at the Boma International Hospitality College, you've achieved a very important first milestone in your young career, a gateway to a fascinating world of international tourism and hotel management. My heartfelt congratulations on your success. You started your education before COVID, at a moment where international tourism was at its top, at the moment when the overwhelming beauty of Kenya's landscape and wildlife, the welcoming and friendly people attracted millions of international visitors to Kenya, and international tourism was blooming worldwide. The tourism and hospitality industry is among the hardest hit by this global pandemic. Yet I'm sure that this will be overcome and the sector will recover. And I was very glad to hear some evidence by the director of the Boma Hotel. Because I believe that there is a deeply rooted desire in human nature to have a change the daily routine, to explore new horizons and new destinations, and why not to relax and enjoy the amenities of a beautiful hotel or resort. I'm also convinced that business and conference travel will resume, because virtual contacts, despite all the opportunities that they offer, but they cannot fully replace personal contacts which are needed to create the necessary trust for doing business or for successfully negotiating international agreements. While I'm deeply convinced that the future of international hospitality management looks bright, I also believe that competition will become more severe in a more and more global tourism industry. Hence, there is an increased need for well-trained young professionals who combine sound technical skills and expertise in hospitality management with an international perspective, with curiosity, and continuous learning aptitude. Studying at Bihc is a great decision and an excellent preparation for your professional career. Practical learning and vocational training are constant endeavors in its curriculum, and the international perspective is injected, amongst others, by the cooperation with the Swiss-based Business Hospitality Management School. BHMS is one of the leading hospitality management schools in Switzerland, and Switzerland is proud to host the most renowned hospitality management schools worldwide. You might ask why such a small country like Switzerland has gathered such an expertise in hospitality management. I see two reasons for this. The smallness, precisely the smallness, and also a high standard of living. It's precisely the smallness of Switzerland, and Switzerland is only about twice the size of Cacciado County, which made young Swiss travel abroad to look for a better future already many generations ago. One of those young men, just to give an example, was called Cesar Ritz, a poor student who became a pioneer in world-class or luxury hospitality management. Others followed, were successful abroad, and brought their experience back to Switzerland. But Switzerland is not only small, Switzerland is also quite a beautiful country, and Swiss tourism industry started to develop in the early 20th century. Already then, Switzerland was not able to compete with low prices, and this is even much more the case today. Swiss tourism can only compete with a package of beautiful sceneries or world-class conference centers, top quality hospitality management, and the constant search for excellence in service to clients. And this requires the best possible education. And against this backdrop, it doesn't come as a surprise that many of the highest ranked hospitality management schools are based in Switzerland. Switzerland very much applauds, the embassy very much applauds the fruitful cooperation between BHMS and this college here, which is, and this is important, it's mutually beneficial. BHMS is taking a lot of advantage of this cooperation as well, and it's first and foremost beneficial for the students. BIHC class 2021. 2 years ago, I attended the first day of the inaugural day of the new students, who gathered here as well with their parents and families. The young students looked a bit nervous, and the parents looked almost a bit more nervous than the young students, and very proud. I am sure that you recall your first day at this college like it was yesterday. You had a plan, you had a clear target in mind, and today you've reached the target line. You can be proud of yourselves, and I commend you from the bottom of my heart to this wonderful accomplishment, a first and important step that opens many doors in your professional life. I trust that most of you have an idea of what comes next, of where you would like to be and what you would like to do after this, or even maybe you have a kind of a 10-year or 15-year life plan. In whichever way, I think that the invitation that we received, or the voucher that we received for this graduation ceremony, has an extremely powerful message. And I would invite you to remember this on your journey. And I quote from the invitation. It says, "The size of your success is measured by the strength of your desire. The size of your dream and how you handle disappointment along the way," unquote. We've heard a very touching personal testimony by the CEO of KCIC, and I was very much thinking of this message when I listened to this personal testimony. And I wish you, graduates, I wish you the power of imagination to imagine your dream and the will and stamina to strive for it. I also wish you the insights, strength, and humility to cope with and learn from disappointments. I encourage you all to go out through this door and be bright, be a bright, shining light to others. We've heard it before, but I would like to repeat it, that you should lead by example and leave a positive mark on the hospitality industry wherever you choose to go next. Face your future and your next steps with an open mind and an open heart, and have the confidence and trust that within you, you have everything that it takes to live a happy and a successful life. Once again, congratulations, class 2021. Hongera sana.
Without further ado, the moment we've been waiting for is here. Just like to appreciate Mr. Patrick Egloff. It's an honor. So I'd like to take this opportunity to just ask, class of 2021, are you guys ready? You don't sound ready. Are you ready? All right, so I have the opportunity to invite the head of academics, Mr. Samuel Irungu, and the head of applied hotel operations, Mr. George Adala, to confer upon the graduating class of 2021 awards in Diploma in Culinary Arts, Diploma in Hotel Management, Certificate in Culinary Operations, Certificate in Food and Beverage Operations, and Barista Skills.
So, good morning. The chief guest, Mr. Patrick Egloff, and the Bihc Academic Board. With your permission, it is my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2021. I am pleased to inform you that these graduates have satisfied all the academic requirements for the award of the following diplomas and certificates. Diploma of Culinary Arts with a mention of distinction. Alfred Njenga Mwangi, Angela Ngina, Ann Wali Masera, Barbara Wairimu, Kasi Mukaisi Pepela, Catherine Nyambura. Kindly please stand when your name is called, please. Thank you. Catherine Nyambura, Daniel Masharia, Doreen Lagat, Edwin Ngare, Eileen Atieno, Emily Aluoch, Esther Mbuvi, Eva Silona, Faith Jepto, Faith Yego, Faiz Ali, Grace Wangui, Grace Mbeche, Hawi Nashipai, Ian Charles, Irene Achieng, Janet Wakio, Jason Pius Murudhi, Joy Jerotich, Judah Mbuvi, Kairu Kamau, Kevin Kitty, Kevin Mutongoi, Larin Mudoni, Maureen Njoki, Masi Tangara, Mesha Tarun, Monica Mwikali, Michelle Wanjiku, Mudhoni Kaberere, Nadia Sadiq, Neliakim Nkatha, Raquel Kemunto, Rhoda Aum, Seth Owor, Sweets Wamboi, Yvonne Achieng, Yvonne Ruth, Zamzam Sele. With the mention of merit, Abdullahi Hassan, Ann Omolo, Ansent Bianca, Benta Beryl, Betha Mudhoni, Brandon Mungai, Brandon Mutinda, Brenda Nyamboke, Cyprian Nyauma, Cyprian Nyamisa, Daniel Mutua, Daniela Aidi, Darius Roy, Dennis Kipngetich, Doreen Bochere, Doreen Gadhoni, Douglas Njuguna, Edwin Nganga, Elena Nyamusi, Immaculate Muhonji, Emmanuel Chemor, Evans Mwendwa, Evelyn Nyambura, Faith Akinyi, Faiza Rahma, Francois Sishugi, Gail Akech, Gitahi Kelvin, Gituku Sheila, Grace Anyango, Grace Ngima, Ian Kahonge, Ibrahim Abdul Karim, Collins Ashibira, Evin Echesa, James Thomi, Janet Awor, Janet Kemunto, Jacinta Ngendo, Jennifer Kaluki, Joel Meshak, Kamau Dennis, Karaoke Ken, Kavulu Vicky, Kevin Kitula, Kirui Debbie, Linda Awor, Liza Jepkosgei, Margaret Bulimu, Margaret Wangechi, Marianne Jihia, Melan Kayanga, Morgan Omondi, Mumo Mwanza, Munira Kasim, Muturi Brian, Naomi Otindo, Pavin Mutharu, Penina Kimeu, Phyllis Nyambura, Purity Njeri, Rispa Wawira, Ruth Njeri, Ruth Wanjiku, Sharon Lemge, Sharon Wairimu, Sally Njenga, Stephanie Kirigo, Timothy Musau, Waka Cecilia, Wangari Gishimu, Whitney Opimbi, Wilfred Gashungwa, William Theuri, Yvonne Osunga, Yvonne Nyakinywa, Zena Hunter. With the mention of past, Chris Maranga, Elvis Mwangi, Eugene Omolo, Humphrey Kinywa, Joe Nganga, Jolly Gatwiri, Judith Amondi, Linda Makari, Lynette Nyawira, Louis Bradley, Nelson Irungu, Paul Weru, Rachel Musimbi, Valerie Orina, Warui Evans. I have the honor to present and to recommend the graduates of the Boma International Hospitality College Swiss Diploma in Culinary Arts.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the Diploma in Culinary Arts with all rights, privileges, honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Diploma in Hotel Management with the mention of distinction. Bakita Fina, Cynthia Kabura, Elizabeth Nyango, Fendi Kituto, Helen Akoth, Ivy Masala, Janice Ngendo, Jerusha Limbe, Joseph Mutiso, Lydia Happiness, Mary Nunga, Marianne Nyambura, Nicole Kubo, Primrose Mudoni, Sandra Mugeni, Sharon Jepto, Teresia Kanywa. With the mention of merit, Alice Akoth, Angela Nyambaja, Anne Nyakio, Anne Wanjugu, Ashley Madegwa. Caroline Mwende, Charles Maina, Edward Owira, Elias Mutheu, Emmanuel Kimani, Fatuma Sintayo, Janvi Haria, Jedida Nyalwende, Kelly Fortune Kerubo. Leah Njeri, Lucy Wanjiru, Lynn Mutindi, Margaret Njoki, Mary Muhaki, Mabel Ambani, Mercy Wamboi, Natalie Wambui, Jimmy Sila. Rachel Masharia, Rebecca Mwele, Sharon Waruguru, Stacy Ndunge, Stephanie Wambua, Suad Hamdun. With the mention of past, Anthony Mwangi, Austin Rajula, Foster Nabaswa, Ian Bruno, John Jr., Michelle Gaki, Rahab Wangeshi, Tracy Odari. I have the honor to present and to recommend the graduates of the Boma International Hospitality College, Swiss Diploma in Hotel Management.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the Diploma in Hotel Management with all of its rights, privileges, honors, and thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Certificate in Culinary Operations with the mention of distinction. Caroline Cheriot, Gracelyn Sikwa, Kabilambali Christian, Lavenda Amboso, Pauline Atieno, Ruth Njeri. With the mention of merit, Alfred Njenga, Dares Roy, Faiza Rahman, Francois Sishugi, Amfre Kinywa, Ian Kahonge, Linda Makari, Martha Wangeshi, Marianne Jihia, Michelle Wangui, Morgan Omondi. Munira Kasim, Nelson Irungu, Stanley Anthony, Valerie Orina. With the mention of pass, Ndirangu Ndonga, Reese Jones. I have the honor to present and to recommend the graduates of the Boma International Hospitality College Certificate in Culinary Operations.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon you the Certificate in Culinary Operations with all its rights, privileges, honor, and thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Certificate in Food and Beverage Operations with the mention of distinction. Anne Wanjugu, Charles Maina, Jesuje Oluwafanisola, in absentia, Leah Njeri, Mary Muihaki, Onyenyiche Nwoke, in absentia, Nicole Kukubo, Nwanko Maureen, in absentia, Ofo Chisom, in absentia, Oyebale Victoria, in absentia, Paul Sila, Rebecca Mwele, Sharon Waruguru. With the mention of merit, Amanda Eze, in absentia, Angela Odhiambo, Ian Bruno. With the mention of pass, Anthony Mwangi, Rebecca Wangeshi. I have the honor to present and recommend the graduates of Boma International Hospitality College Certificate in Food and Beverage Operations.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the certificate in food and beverage operations, all its rights, privileges, honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Barrister skills with the mention of merit, Nicole Ayuma. I have the honor to present and to recommend the graduate of the Boma International Hospitality College Barrister Skills Program.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the certificate in barrister skills with all its rights, privileges, and honors thereto appertaining to the award. Congratulations. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Irungu. Graduates, you may have your seats. Congratulations once again. So on behalf of the graduating class of 2021, the valedictorian of the year, Ms. Caroline Zelle, will come and share her experience in the last 2 years since 2019 to 2021 and what their journey has been like, what their achievements are, and what they're looking forward to. Please join me in welcoming Caroline.
The chief guests, Mr. Patrick Egloff, Charge d'Affaires, Embassy of Switzerland, Your Excellencies, representing the nations of Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, and Nigeria, the Governor of the Kenya Red Cross Society, directors, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the distinguished class of 2021. I would like each one of us to take a huge sigh of relief that it is finally done. We did it. We are graduating as a 2021 cohort. We are also prepared to move ahead and take up whatever challenges that will come in our next lives. Sincerely, I cannot begin to thank every single one of you for this unforgettable and exciting 2 years we've had together. Nevertheless, let us call this event the commencement. For a good reason, that is. This is the beginning of the rest of our lives in one of the most competitive and growing industries and labor markets in the world. So let us not relax too much. This is the time when all the work, the effort, and the hours we put into learning in the last 2 years come into fruition. A daunting but exhilarating time for us all. Today marks the moment from when the rest of our lives unfold. The dawn of an age of young professionals who are going to take the hospitality sector to a newer, greater heights. Therefore, I want to congratulate you all on making it to the starting line. I am honored to be standing on this podium and before you, successful entrepreneurs, leaders of the industry, faculty, and my fellow colleagues. 2 years ago, we gathered into the Ndovu Hall during our first orientation to be a HC. I must attest, it was not that easy. When we joined, some of us did not know who we were, while others knew exactly what we wanted and we were working on achieving on our very specific goals. During this period, a lot has changed. We have learned not just the requisite coursework, but also a lot about ourselves. We have survived the tough days, the course assignments, and the main exams, which we once thought would be the reason we will not graduate. All the knowledge instilled in us by our lecturers will surely prove to be immensely valuable in our future endeavors. The most significant values that I have learned are professionalism, timeliness, a passion, and growth, including a collaborative approach. I am sure we will not measure the time we have spent here in years, but in the friendship we have built and the memories we have made with each other. You know what I mean. Dancing at La Pegola during happy hour, enjoying exquisite meals, the various events and the school parties that made us come together as a family. The advanced hands-on experience during our practicals at the Boma Nairobi and the Boma Inn. Lastly, our placement internships, which molded us into becoming the better versions of ourselves and provided an insight into our careers we chose. If you do not give the market a story to talk about, they will define your brand story for you. This is what David Breer said in regards to brand invention. I would like all of us to adopt this as our mentality in life too. Remember, you are your own brand, and the best way to sell yourself is to know who you are and project that story boldly unto others. Do not let others and their perceptions of you define you. Finally, I would like to express my appreciation to our families, guardians, friends, sponsors, and our mentors for all the support, guidance, and help they have given us as we walked this academic journey. I would also like to thank and acknowledge the BIHC faculty who have been very instrumental in providing us with a conducive learning environment. I would also like to for unleashing the potential in each student and nurturing us into becoming the future leaders of tomorrow. Not to neglect high quality education filled with career opportunities and network for all of us. Often, on our graduation day, we look outside for heroes, but today, I can see them amongst us. During my years at BIHC, I have realized that we do not have to look far for inspiration. We all have the potential to make an inspiring contribution to others by being true to ourselves and committing ourselves to ambitious goals. Sometimes, the best way to give back is to keep working towards your goal. When you live here today, celebrate what you have accomplished, but look forward with an eye towards how you too can be an inspiration to others. Sacrifices need to be made. Forgive yourself for making difficult decisions because in the long run, it will pay off. Congratulations, class of 2021. It was a pleasure to journey with you towards this great accomplishment. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to also invite Ms. Jocelyn Omusebe, our HR manager and member of faculty. So each year we recognize every graduating class about 4 students who've excelled in various activities, both academically and off class. And today we are glad to issue the 2021 non-academic awards, which Ms. Jocelyn will have the pleasure to announce. Thank you.
So good afternoon, everyone. The chief guest, Mr. Patrick Egloff, the BIHC Board of Directors, the Academic Board. With your permission, it's my pleasure to issue an academic awards to the class of 2021 students who have excelled exceptionally in both academics and non-academics activities, in addition to upholding BIHC's values, which are professionalism, timeliness, passion, and growth. We shall additionally award both a faculty member and a non-teaching member of staff nominated by the graduating class for exceptional commitment to their excellence. The awardees were carefully selected and approved by approved for the following awards. In view of the first 3 awards, I would like to invite Cluster General Manager of Boma Hotel, Mr. Daniel. Please come over. This is the Student Leadership Awards, which Daniel will issue. So the award celebrates students who have exceptional leadership attributes and value for service through examples in respect to BIHC's core values. The awardee for the class of 2021 has contributed and is recognized for their positive influence and impact both by the student body, the faculty, and the BHC family. So join me in congratulating this awardee, who is by name Ms. Primrose Mudhoni. Primrose Mudhoni, a round of applause for Primrose. Congratulations, Primrose. Please come over quickly. That's Primrose Mudhoni. Student Leadership Award to Primrose Mudhoni. Congratulations, Primrose. Daniel, continue standing there. We'll give you another award. Well done. Okay, so the next award is the Culinary Arts Award. The student selected to receive this award has demonstrated personal commitment to the field of culinary arts with deep passion and commitment to learn, research, and explore. The awardee has endeavored to promote our core values of professionalism and growth through collaborative initiatives with faculty, staff, and fellow students in and out of the kitchen. In addition, the awardee is recognized as the top student academically for the graduating class in culinary arts and beyond, an offer for an academic scholarship to our partner, BHMS, to pursue a bachelor's degree in culinary arts in Switzerland. The prestigious award, this prestigious recognition for the class of 2021 is awarded to Mesha Tarun. I've just been notified that she's graduating in absentia, so Mesha Tarun in absentia. Congratulations to Mesha, wherever you are. Congratulations. So the third award is the Hotel Management Award. This award honors the student who, above and beyond, has demonstrated excellence in the field of service and hospitality, integrity and teamwork and passion while inspiring a connection to our brand in experiences encompassed in applied hotel operations and through the study program. In addition, the awardee is recognized as the top student academically for the graduating class in hotel management and shall receive an offer for an academic scholarship to our partner, BHMS, to pursue either bachelor's degree in the hotel and hospitality management or global business management in Switzerland. The prestigious recognition for the class of 2021 is awarded to Jerusha Limbe. Congratulations, Jerusha Limbe. Please come over quickly. Jerusha Limbe. Well done. Congratulations, Jerusha. Congratulations, Jerusha. Well done. Okay, so thank you, Daniel. You can have a seat. So the fourth award is the Principal's Award. In view of this award, I would like to invite the chief guest, Mr. Patrick Egloff, to come over and issue this award. We consider this the highest student award that honors each year an all-round student of the graduating class. This year, the award recognizes a student whose attitude, diligence, hard work, and passion was both admirable, influential, and outstanding. Their character and influence was commendable, emulable, and impactful to the BHC community. Kindly join me in honoring the recipient of the Principal's Award for the class of 2021. This award goes to Edwin Ngare Mwangi. Edwin Ngare Mwangi. Congratulations, Edwin. Congratulations, Edwin. Congratulations, Edwin. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Patrick. You can have a seat. So the next award goes to the Outstanding Member of Faculty. And for the next two awards, I would like to invite one board director, Mike Masharia, the CEO of Kenya Association of Hotel Keepers and Caterers. Please come over. Outstanding Member of Faculty. This award honors a member of faculty recognized by the graduating class of 2021 and at the discretion of the head of academics for exemplary service and education. The awardee of 2021 was noted for building a reputation for delivering excellence and an exemplary student experience by developing graduates who are confident global citizens, equipped to make a positive contribution to the world through their skill and character. Kindly join me in congratulating the recipient of the Outstanding Member of Faculty for the year 2021 award. Congratulations, Lois Katungwa. Lois, is she here? Lois? Lois, please come over, Lois. Chef Lois Katungwa. Chef Lois Katungwa arriving. Chef Lois Katungwa arriving. Congratulations. Outstanding member of faculty. Building a reputation for delivering excellence and an exemplary student experience. Exemplary student experience. Congratulations. Congratulations, Chef Lois. Chef Lois, congratulations. Good, well done, well done, well done. Congrats. Okay, the final award goes to the Outstanding Member of Staff. This award honors the non-teaching member of staff recognized by the graduating class of 2021 at the discretion of the Human Resource Department for exemplary service and dedication. The awardee for the year 2021 was noted for contributing effortlessly towards working and promoting BHC's values and has proved their spirit for service, fostered great working relationships, and stood out as an exceptional member of staff and indirectly contributed to the success of the class of 2021. Kindly join me in congratulating the recipient of the Outstanding Member of Staff for the year 2021, who is none other than Tim Moore. Tim Moore, congratulations, our MC for today. Congratulations, well done, Tim. Well done, Tim, well done. Well done, Tim. Congratulations. Okay, so thank you very much. So allow me on behalf of the faculty, staff, and BHC community, at this moment I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the entire class of 2021. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We are proud of you. Your passion, your vibrance, and efforts that have left an enduring mark upon this institution. May you savor each moment of this day as you embody the spirit of service to others in your life and careers. Congratulations and well done. So I will invite Tim to continue with the program.
Thank you very much. I'd just like to take a moment to also recognize one of our greatest partners, and that's the Swiss Embassy, for their continued support and walking the journey with us since inception. So today we'd like to present a small token, just as a recognition mark to the greatest partner we believe we have today here. So Mr. Patrick, please join us on stage. So on behalf of the BIC board and the chair who had to leave abruptly, Mr. Mike Masharia, the CEO of KAHC, and our board director will issue this plaque as a recognition of our trust, of your commitment to us, and the support that you've given unto us. Thank you. So as we come to a close, before I invite Honorable Loom, one of our directors, to share a vote of thanks, I'd like to remind us to remain seated after the event for the academic procession to leave. led by the chief guest and invited guests and the academic board. I would also like to remind you that we do have a cocktail for everyone here, just right behind you at the Johari Gardens. There's a drink, a cold drink, I can feel the heat, as well as a bite to have. So join me in inviting Honorable Loom to share a vote of thanks on behalf of the Board of Directors of Boma College.
Good afternoon. It is on. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Are we that tired? Good afternoon. Oh, that's better. As you've been told, my name is Joash Olum. Sometimes the honorable part does not fit in. On behalf of BIHC and the entire fraternity of the college, first of all, I'd like to extend most sincere thanks to the Almighty God for allowing us to have this great day. I am sure everyone will agree it's been a great day. Isn't that right? Without God, nothing is possible. Our hearty thanks goes to the guest of honor, Mr. Patrick Egloff from the Swiss Embassy. Please pass our sincere thanks to the ambassador and the entire staff. You've been with us from beginning, and I'm sure we are not yet done with you. We will still continue looking for you as we go along. As you know and you've been told, we are part and parcel of the Red Cross, and therefore, before I begin, I'd like to thank the board of the Red Cross. We have today Jacqueline Kitutu representing the governor. Jacqueline, pass our regards to the governor, pass our regards to the Secretary General, and our appreciations for being our Baba and Mama. Without them, we would be nowhere, and we can't do. I would also like to appreciate the board of the BIHC, headed by Madame Gina Dean. I know she is not up to date in a frame mind today. She just arrived from New York, and I can tell you, if you ever sat in a bus from Nairobi to Mombasa, sitting in a flight from New York to Nairobi is worse. So I understand what she's going through. Gina Dean has led the board for quite a while, and we can see the results. She's been supported by Dr. Abbas, Mike Macharia, Ahmed Idris, who was with us but he has left, and of course myself. I also like to thank the board of Boma Hotels, because this is where actually this thing was conceptualized by three of us. Thank you, our friend, for always being there, Dr. Abbas. We sat in a meeting in IOB after the meeting, and we thought, what can we do to enhance the children's ability? And what we came up with was, why don't we impart some knowledge? And that knowledge will actually impact on the whole world. And that's what we are doing today. Boma International Hospitality College is only 5 years old. I don't want to imagine where we'll be 10 years old, because we might not even be able to fit where we are today. And that's our goal. We want to be larger and larger as we go along. I also want to thank Daniel. I'm sorry, your other name skips everybody. The Cluster General Manager for Boma Hotels, for taking the students with you to nurture them to where they're supposed to be. I am sure all the students who have gone through the hotel are now able to stand on their own. I'm not sure whether anybody has watched, there's a program called Hell's Kitchen. Have you watched it? You're going into the Hell's Kitchen now. You'll be on your own, and it's your time now to prove that you actually can do what you've been taught to do. So I thank the class. We have many partners here to thank. Might not be able to mention all of them by name, But if I don't, you are very valuable to us because we cannot do this thing alone. It is impossible for anybody to stand on his own, and therefore we rely very much on partnership. Our biggest partner, besides the Swiss embassy, is the Swiss school, the BHMS, who we have partnered with. And with that BHMS, it gives us a global recognition. And therefore, when you graduate from this college, you're actually an international student. You're not just a Kenyan student, but you're recognized all over the world. And that is why our students find it easy to work anywhere in the world because of the certificate we get from the Swiss college. I'd like to recognize the embassies that are with us today, the Swiss embassy, Tanzania, Uganda, Ghana, South Africa, and we had also ambassador from the Cameroon. Just like Dr. Abbas says, we intend to cover the whole of Africa. We've just started. In the next 2 years, probably, we might have the whole of Africa in Boma International Hospitality College. And that is our goal, and we won't stop until we get there. Our other partners, Kenya Tourism Federation, thank you for being with us. Kenya Tourism Board, TVET. I'm sure TVET must be having a permanent room in Boma. The number of times we've interacted with you, you should have an office here by now, I'm sure. Thank you for your patience and your guidance. We greatly honor that. To the speakers who have spoken today, starting from His Excellency Patrick Egloff, Thomas Egezi, Dr. Meister, Sami Milingo, Daniel Nana Gishaga, and the rest of you, whatever you've told the students today, I am sure it has impacted on them and is something that they will live to remember. This journey is never easy. Some of us, if we give you our history, you might even refuse to get into the industry. But then what you need is resilience and commitment. If you don't have a commitment, you cannot manage some of these things. And so I urge the students, please be committed in what you're going to do. Pay attention, have courage. Of course, life would be a bit different from in the college, where you could actually answer back to your teacher or even ask hard questions. You're going to the field whereby you will not have that opportunity, but your ability and your experience will answer all that for you. You'll be on your own on the stove and the client waiting for the food. You'll not have your teacher here trying to correct you. And therefore, what you've gone through, I'm very sure, has shaped you to get into the world and face the world, because if you don't face it, we will bring you back here for refreshment. I can't thank, as a board, enough the teaching staff of BIHC, especially after going through the COVID pandemic. They did everything they could, and that is why today we are here, because they did not miss out on anything that the students wanted. I would also like to say that our teaching staff and support staff are not just employees of BIH, but I think they're personal sacrifices that they make that makes them different from most of us. Those of you who have interacted with them, these ladies and gentlemen have been here even on a Sunday. They've been here at 6 in the morning trying to catch up because TVET didn't give us space. I think now we probably will have a bit of breathing space now that we've achieved what we wanted. But we will not stop there. Okay. Finally, a big thank you to the parents. We wouldn't do this if the parents did not have confidence in us. And therefore, I would be failing if I don't thank you for having, first of all, for having confidence in us and giving us your children to mentor. And I'm sure all of you will agree with me that it is not time wasted. The 2 years that you've spent with the students here has come out with something, and all of you have seen that today. To the students, as I've said, there's always experience in life, and achieving what you want will not come in a day. So don't be in a hurry. Take your time, but do it gracefully for you to succeed. Some of us, we have a history that if I tell you, it's not very interesting, but it did not stop me going to get what I wanted. I left tourism industry after 32 years, starting from a clerk, ending as a managing director of one of the biggest companies here. But what's in between is something I can take 10 years to talk about. Some are not interesting, but the zeal to continue kept me going. And therefore, I want to urge you, please don't give up, don't despair. Walk wherever you walk with the head high, knowing where you're coming from. And as part of our family now, we and you will be together. There's no way we'll leave you and you will not leave us. Or can you erase BIC in your minds? Can you? So we are going to be together for a long time. Last but not least, I want to thank all of you for working this day today. And before I sit down, I would want to say, can we give a clap to ourselves? A hearty clap to ourselves. I thank you all, and I hope the parents still have some children who wants to go through this. Now that you have the confidence, please continue, increase the population. We are here waiting for your children, right? Thank you very much, and have a very nice afternoon.
As we come to a close, I'll ask each of us to stand for the final academic procession. Just a reminder again that we will have a cocktail. Also a reminder to the graduating class that we'll be hosting an alumni cocktail on the December 10th. So more details will follow on email. I think the media team is ready for the procession. We'll start with the chief guest and the key guest, and then we'll follow with the academic team. Thank you. It's been an honor to host you. Please enjoy your lunch. For the graduating class, we do have a photo session next to the bomber gate, so you can spare a few minutes before you have a snack. It's been a pleasure to host you. My name is Tim. Welcome again to BIC, and have a lovely afternoon.